Greetings, welcome to the channel. Well, that relationship is over, but wait, they're calling, they're texting. They want to come back. Should you take them back? Let's talk about it. So, when it comes to a breakup, just what is a breakup? One of you or both of you has had enough. All options that could be used to save this relationship or maintain this relationship have either been tried or they've been decided against. And basically, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And the only option left is the termination of a relationship. So, should you take them back? Well, there are 5 factors you need to consider. 1 is the length of the relationship. 2 is the character of the person. 3 is the reason for the breakup. 4 is why do they really want to come back? Number 5 is who pulled the trigger. The first factor is the length of time of that relationship. So the time that you two were together could either be short or it could be long. If the relationship died when it was a short period of time, it could be that you two discovered that you had different values and beliefs. So it could be that one of you wanted kids and the other one didn't want kids. The second reason could be the discovery of red flags that could be detrimental to any relationship. So maybe you were with somebody who had severe anger issues, or maybe you were with someone who had severe character flaws. The third reason could be that you two jumped into an exclusive relationship too soon. You were both too young. You didn't know yourself, they didn't know themselves, and neither one of you knew how to maintain a relationship. Yes, young love looks great in the movies and on TV, but it's not really the rule in real life. Now, when it comes to the length of time being long, perhaps you two broke up because you experienced different levels of growth. Maybe one of you decided that you wanted to go into the military, maybe the other one decided that they wanted to pursue a career in college. The second reason could be that there was no growth in the relationship. What that means is that you two failed to grow beyond the starting point. So perhaps you had secrets, they had secrets, nobody poured into each other, it just was not going anywhere. The third reason could be there was no quality in that relationship. So you two have been together for a while, however, you don't even remember why you two got together. It's like it's been just something that's been going on for a long time. And that's usually because one or both of you have settled in this type of a relationship. In these cases, even though this was a long-term relationship and you love them, should you take them back? The second factor you need to consider in whether or not you should take them back is examining the pillar of character. Now, all the pillars are important, but when it comes to taking someone back, you need to examine them closely under the pillar of character. The pillar of character has 3 aspects: honesty, integrity, and honor. So when it comes to honesty, do they have a history of not telling you the truth? Maybe they don't tell you the truth because they want to avoid consequences, or maybe they want to spare you, or maybe they want to manipulate you. When it comes to integrity, now integrity is words matching actions. When it comes to integrity, do they have a history of their words not matching their actions? Maybe they tell you they'll never do it again, and they do it again. Or maybe they tell you they're going to do something, and they never do it. When it comes to honor, do they have a history of feeling nothing when you discern or discover their deception? Does it seem like they're more upset with you about how you found out that they deceived you than the fact that they deceived you? So when you look back at them, were they one way with their family, a different way with their friends, a different way with you on Sunday and Monday? When you look at this person, do you really not know who you're looking at? The third factor is the reason for the breakup. So when it comes to the reason for the breakup, you have to remember the definition of a breakup. You've tried everything and it just didn't work. So, is the reason that you two broke up related to abuse, meaning there was verbal, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, some type of abuse? Is it because of deal breakers, meaning that you told them that if they were to do these things, you would be out? So if you told them that if they cheat, you're gone. If they gamble away the rent money, you're gone. If they stop rehab, you're gone. If they get locked up, you're gone. And they proceeded to do just that? Were there unhealthy or toxic team dynamics in that relationship? Did you want a partner, but instead you got a competitor? Did you want a partner, but instead you got a dependent? Did you want a partner, but instead you got an antagonist? Another thing to think about is that what if you can't really remember the reason why you two broke up? That's severe in the fact that you were probably being manipulated. They probably were using you in some type of triangulation scheme. So they broke up with you so they can go over there. If your breakup is related to one of these reasons, should you take them back? Factor 4. Why do they want to come back to you, really? Is it out of ego?
Don't you know who I am? Nobody breaks up with me.
Ego? Which means they don't want to lose at the game of relationship, or they're worried about what people will think of them if they're not in a relationship with you, or they think that you made a bad choice and being broken up with them. How dare you leave them? Another reason could be fear.
What am I supposed to do now?
Are they afraid of starting over? Are they afraid of failing in their next relationship, so they're trying to come back to you? A next reason could be dependence.
How can I live without you?
Do they believe that they can't survive without you, or do they believe that they will be financially strapped without you? Another reason they could be coming back are what are called soul ties.
Stop playing. You know you miss Big Daddy.
So they're addicted to you through sex. They want to come back, but maybe they don't want to come back to a full relationship. They will be happy with a status of friends with benefits, or they would be happy with being in a situationship. Another reason could be they want to come back out of convenience.
Please take me back. I'll be good.
When it comes to convenience, they found out that the grass wasn't greener over in someone else's yard, but they want to come back to you. The trick is they know your weaknesses, so they know you're a sucker for singing, or a sucker for gifts, or a sucker for shopping sprees. What they want you to do is fall for a fake apology, and then they will be the perfect mate for the probation period, and then right after probation period is over, they will go back to being the same old person they were. Factor 5. Who pulled the trigger? Did they end the relationship and they want to come back, or did you end the relationship and they want to come back? So if they ended the relationship and they want to come back now, you really need to pay attention to all these factors. Remember, never let anyone tell you that they don't want you more than once. Now, what if you pull the trigger and they want to come back? Well, you need to pay attention to these factors again, and then what I want you to think about is that remember the definition of a breakup. Have you been trying to send a message to them throughout the relationship, but now that you've broken up, they finally get it? How much did they truly value your opinions, your warnings, and you, if it took breaking up with them in order for them to get it? Now, here are some disqualifiers if you're even considering taking them back. Number 1, make sure it's not through loneliness, which means those soul ties are kicking in, you're addicted to them, and maybe you're missing the sex. So maybe you're thinking about maybe getting back with them and a friends with benefit situation or a situationship altogether. Make sure it's not out of desperation. You're scared of the future, you're scared of the unknown, and your self-esteem and self-worth really took a hit in this last relationship you had with them. Make sure it's not out of misplaced loyalty, which means they've never shown you any accountability. They've never shown you any change. They've always come back to you with,
I'm sorry, forgive me, I love you.
But there's never any changed behavior. And you believe that it's your job to fix them, to save them, to change them, to teach them so that they become that potential that you fell in love with. Maybe this time, if you take them back, they'll finally get it and they'll finally go from zero to hero. Another thing you want to think about is what happened after you two broke up? What did they do? Did they start partying like there was no tomorrow? Did they jump right into another relationship with that friend or that coworker or that play cousin that you've always suspected during your relationship? Or did they make your life a nightmare by demonstrating toxic behavior? Maybe they were stalking you or harassing you day or night. So, if you're wondering if you should take them back, consider these 5 factors: the length of time of the relationship, their character, the reasons that you two broke up, why they really want to come back now, and who pulled the trigger. Ultimately, you're gonna have to make the call. But if this relationship has died, should you take them back? Well, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.
Tell me pretty lies, look me